Hey there, it's been about a month since the last update video, and we've done a lot of projects on the boat. Today I'm going to go over everything that we've done, some testing that we did, and also we've got 2 new things to add to the boat and trailer today. So first, let's check out the progress that we made. We added a power pull move trolling motor. The move is very lightweight and low profile, so it fits this boat very well. We rigged this one up to a 24 volt Dakota Lithium battery. This move right here, I can rig 24 or 36 and it will run. Adding 36 volts will just get me more power and more thrust, which I do not need in a boat that is this light. We also installed our move information screen right here. I can see my thrust levels, I can see my GPS status, my navigation status, if I'm on anchor mode or anything like that. So that looks clean right here. I can see it from just about anywhere in the boat. I also strapped down this Yak Attack little box. I put 2 of them in the boat. One right here, this bigger one that houses all of my life jackets and my fire extinguisher. But the one up front here, I like with the side rod holders, this is turned into like a casting platform so I can get a higher advantage, but I can throw whatever tackle I need in there. Right now it's got just some of the basic goodies that we catch all our fish on. Some good leader material and my move remote right here. But storage, there was basically no storage, and now I've got 2 storage compartments. In the future, I do want to add a grab rail right there with some sort of cooler in the front, but we'll get into that later. So coming around to the back of the boat, we added the Bob's Machine Shop Tilt and Trim and jack plate. Right now, I've got it jacked all the way up. You can see how much more height we gained for running. But what's funny is, when I first put the jack plate on, I was running this 12 pitch stainless steel propeller and it wouldn't even get on plane. It tried as hard as it could, but I could barely get this boat to even move with this prop. It has 0 cup. So I went, did some research, and I landed on this 11 pitch 4-blade Power Tech. And you can see, look at all the cup this prop has. What a difference. Not only did it get on plane, I mean, like a rocket. Now the boat runs 10 mile an hour faster than it did with that 3-blade prop, but I can elevate this jack plate much higher. I've got it all the way on its highest height right now, which it can't run at the moment, but the accessory we're gonna add today is definitely gonna give us more elevation. Last we left you, we were looking at battery placement. I did get the batteries mounted and the pump for the Bob's Machine Shop jack plate. But before I bolted them down, I elevated them with these pieces of starboard right here. Because in the front of the boat, this is where it drains. And I didn't want the battery boxes blocking the water flowing or any debris that's gonna go through these holes when I wash the boat. So I elevated those batteries in order to get them off the ground so that water can flow. And if there's any leaves or pollen or anything, it'll just flow through right here and drain out the hole. The Bob's jack plate pump was easy to install. I also installed an on-off switch. We'll turn it on right now. That way we can turn power on to the jack plate. And then over here, I installed a 60 amp hour breaker for the trolling motor. Simply click it on. I've got power to my trolling motor. Click it off, power's off. Right here, I've temporarily made this wiring harness for the jack plate. That way, I'm experimenting with, heights and settings and everything, so I didn't want to lock this in. Eventually, we will lock these switches in when I figure out what I'm going to do for a grab bar and a place to mount these. But it's pretty simple. This thing is so fast, watch. Here's my trim up. Oh. Let me turn that battery switch on. It's very simple. Here's trim up, jack plate down. Get how much lower that is, and that 3-blade prop could not even get it on plane. But now, jack plate up, a lot more elevation. And I want to get more elevation with the new shaw wing that I'm going to put on here. But without the shaw wing, I was able to run the jack plate right there. I think with the shaw wing, I'm going to get at least another 1, 2, or 3 inches of travel. And check out the trim and tilt, so fast. Super cool. Of course, Power Pull Micro over there. But what are we going to do today? Today, we're going to put the shaw wing on there, let it set up. It does have a gasket that you put on there with 5200 or 4200 fast cure. And then we're going to run the boat and see how much more shallower we can make this run. And 2, I mean, the trailer looks beautiful for a 2015, but the tires are 2015, so they are totally dry rotted and not safe. We went to, of course, Amazon had a smoking deal. Let's check these out. I got 2 brand new tires with aluminum rims. So we're gonna dress her up a little. 2 rims and tires for 160 bucks. You can't beat that. It was gonna cost me about that much just to replace the tire. So instead we went with 2 new rims and tires. So that's where we're at on the boat. We're gonna get all this stuff installed. And second, been debating a lot of floors. You know, I'm gonna stay away from the foam flooring. So next step, grab rail, get it installed. And then I like those rubber coated floorings. They last forever, lifetime warranty. They're gonna make this boat a whole lot quieter. So we'll have to figure out which rubber decking company we're gonna go with. But stay tuned, and we're gonna put the shaw wing on and the new rims and tires. Next step, we're gonna take these old tires from 2015 that are dry rotted and switch them out for these new aluminum wheels and tires. Should be pretty simple. Hopefully the bolts and everything come off nice and easy.